If you're pouring concrete and paying for leads on Thumbtack, Angi, or HomeAdvisor, those platforms aren't working the way you think they are. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through 4 systems that replace them entirely. Systems you own that don't cost a fortune and that get better the longer you run them. So let's talk about what's actually happening when you pay for a lead on one of these platforms. You get a notification, you see a homeowner needs a driveway poured, and you think, great, that's my lead, but it's not your lead. That same homeowner just got sent to 4 or 5 other concrete guys in your area, and every one of you paid for it. Everyone's calling at the same time, and before that homeowner even submitted their request, the platform showed them pricing, low pricing, numbers that have nothing to do with what the job actually costs. So now you're on the phone with someone who thinks a driveway should cost half of what you're gonna quote, and you're competing against 4 other contractors for the privilege. That's not a lead, that's an auction where the house always wins, and the house is Thumbtack. And here's the part that should really bother you. Let's say you spend $2 grand a month on one of these platforms and you book some jobs. Great. Now stop paying, and what do you have? Nothing. No list, no system, no momentum. Every dollar you spent built their business, not yours. And that's renting. And the problem with renting is you never get ahead. You're paying the same amount next month for the same product with the same problems, and nothing you did last month made this month easier. The opposite of renting is owning. Owning is when you build something that keeps working whether you pay this month or not. A Google profile that ranks and brings in calls for free, a referral system that generates warm leads off every job you finish, an ad account with your data, your audience, your creative that you can turn on and off whenever you want. Owning costs you effort up front, but it compounds. 6 months from now, a year from now, everything you built is still working for you, and it's working better than it was the day you set it up. That's what we're building in this video. 4 systems you own. Let's get into the first one. The first system is one you probably already have and you're probably ignoring, your Google business profile. When a homeowner in your area searches concrete contractor near me or driveway replacement, Google shows them a map with 3 businesses. If you're one of those 3, you're getting calls without spending a dime. And the best part is once you're there, you tend to stay there. It compounds. So how do you get into those top spots? It comes down to 3 things. The first one is activity. Google wants to see that your profile is alive. That means posting updates, uploading photos of your work, responding to reviews and questions, not once a month, but consistently. Think of it like this. If Google's deciding between 2 concrete contractors and one of them posts job site photos every week and responds to every review, and the other one hasn't touched their profile in 6 months, who do you think they're gonna show? The second one is reviews, and specifically reviews with photos. A review that says, great work, love my new patio is good. That same review with a photo of the finished patio is 10 times more powerful. Google knows a photo review is hard to fake. It's got location data, it's got a real image. It signals this is a legitimate customer who actually hired this company. So when you're asking for reviews, ask your customers to include a photo. Most of them just took one to show their wife anyway. And that leads to the third thing, actually getting reviews consistently. Most concrete guys ask once, the customer says absolutely, and then life happens and then they forget. Here's what works. Ask 3 times. First ask is right when the job is done. They're happy, they say of course. Then they go inside and forget. Second ask is a couple days later. Now they feel a little guilty and most of them do it. Third ask catches the rest. 3 asks on every job. That's the system, and it'll stack reviews faster than any competitor in your market. That's system 1, a Google profile that's active, loaded with photo reviews and climbing the rankings, bringing you free leads every single month. And it only gets stronger over time. Now let's talk about how to turn every finished job into your next one. The second system turns every single job you finish into a lead source. And it's one of the cheapest ways to get high quality work onto your schedule. Here's how it works. When you finish a job, the patio looks great, the customer's happy, you hand them 2 gift cards. These are cards worth 50 or 100 bucks toward your services. You tell them, hey, if you know anyone who needs concrete work, pass one of these along. They've got a discount on there, and when they book a job, I'll send you a gift card to Chick-fil-A or Starbucks or wherever as a thank you. That's it, that's the whole system. Now think about what just happened. You didn't ask for a vague referral. You gave them a physical thing to hand to someone. That's a completely different conversation. Instead of your customer just saying, oh yeah, I know a guy, which they'll forget about in 2 days, they've got something in their hand to actually give to their neighbor or their buddy at work. And when that person calls you, they're not a cold lead. They're coming in because someone they trust said you did great work. They've already seen the finished product sitting in their friend's backyard. You barely have to sell at that point. And the math on this is hard to beat. You don't pay for the gift card discount until someone actually books a job. And you don't send the thank you card until the work closes. So your total cost is maybe 75 bucks, and that's only after you've already signed a job worth thousands. Compare that to paying a platform up front for a shared lead that might not even answer the phone. The other thing that makes this powerful is it scales with your business. Every job you complete puts 2 more gift cards into the world. The more jobs you do, the more cards are floating around, the more calls come in. That's system 2, a referral engine that runs on every completed job, costing you nothing until it actually converts and grows the more you use it. Now let's talk about the one system that lets you turn up the volume whenever you want. The third system is the one that lets you control the volume. When you want more leads, you turn it up. When your schedule is full, you turn it down. And unlike a lead platform, everything about it belongs to you. I'm talking about running your own Facebook ads. And I already know what some of you are thinking. I tried Facebook ads and they didn't work. I hear that all the time. But here's what usually happened. You either boosted a post and hoped for the best, or you hired someone that ran a generic campaign that wasn't built for concrete. That's not what I'm talking about. When you run ads the right way, you're putting your work in front of homeowners in your area who are already thinking about a new driveway or a patio or a garage floor. You're showing them photos of jobs you've actually completed. You're making them a specific offer, not just free estimate, because every contractor on earth says free estimate, something that sets you apart. Maybe it's a warranty you include, maybe it's a guarantee on your timeline, something that makes a homeowner stop scrolling and think these guys are different. And here's what matters most. When that lead comes in, it comes to you, not you and 4 other contractors, just you. That homeowner filled out your form, saw your work, responded to your offer. You own that relationship from the first click. You own the data in your ad account. You own the audience you're building. None of that goes away if you pause the campaign for a month. The other piece is you don't have to go all in on day one. You can start with 20 or 30 bucks a day, see what's working and scale from there. And as the system runs, it gets smarter. The algorithm learns who's responding, what images work, which neighborhoods convert. So month 2 is better than month 1, and month 6 is better than month 2. That's system 3, an ad system you own, you control, and that gets better the longer you run it. But none of these first 3 systems matter if you drop the ball on what comes next. You can have the best Google profile in your market, you can have referral cards floating all over town, you can be running ads that bring in 10 leads a week, and none of that matters if you take 12 hours to call someone back. Think about this from the homeowner's side. They've just decided they want a new patio. They searched Google, found your profile, and submitted a request. Or they clicked your ad and filled out a form. In that moment, right then, they're as interested as they're ever gonna be. They're sitting on the couch, phone in hand, ready to talk to someone about this project. If you call them back in 5 minutes, you're the only contractor they've talked to. You're having a real conversation while they're still excited about the project. But if you wait until the next morning, or worse, 2 days later, they've already called someone else. Or they've cooled off entirely, and now they're not even sure they want to do it this year. That lead didn't go bad because your marketing didn't work. It went bad because you were too slow. And this isn't just about being available, it's about having a system so you don't have to think about it. When a lead comes in from your Google profile, your Facebook ads, a referral card, whatever, they should get an automated text within a minute. Something simple. Hey, you got your request? I'll give you a call shortly. That does 2 things. It tells them a real person is on it, and it buys you a few minutes to step off the job site and actually make the call. Then you call, within 5 minutes if you can. That first call is everything. And for the leads that don't pick up, because a lot of them won't, you need a follow-up sequence. A second call later that day, a text the next morning, another follow-up 2 days later. Most concrete guys call once, the person doesn't answer, and they move on. That lead cost you time or money to generate, and you gave up after 1 try. The guys who follow up 3, 4, 5 times close jobs that everyone else leaves on the table. That's system 4, and honestly, it's the one that makes the other 3 work. Your Google profile, your referral cards, your Facebook ads, they generate the opportunities. Speed to lead is what turns these opportunities into jobs on your schedule. So now you've got 4 systems. But here's what makes this whole thing different from paying for leads on a platform. And this is the part I really want you to get. When you pay Thumbtack next month, you're starting over. Last month's spend didn't make this month any easier. You're swiping your card again for the same product at the same price with the same problems. These 4 systems are the opposite. Your Google profile has more reviews next month than it does today, which means it ranks higher, which means more calls come in. Your referral cards are still out there, and every job you finish puts more into the world. Your Facebook ad account has more data, so the algorithm's smarter and your cost per lead drops. And your follow-up system is dialed in tighter because you've seen what works and what doesn't. 6 months from now, you're not starting over. You're 6 months ahead. A year from now, you've got a Google profile packed with photo reviews that dominates your local map. You've got a referral engine that grows with every completed job. You've got an ad account that knows exactly who to target in your market. And you've got a follow-up system that doesn't let a single lead through. That's not renting leads, that's owning your pipeline. And once you own it, you stop waking up wondering where next month's work is coming from. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, I want to get started with Facebook ads, but I need to know exactly how to set them up for concrete, I made a video that walks you through the only ad strategy you need piece by piece. Everything from how to set up the campaign to what your ad should actually say. You can check that out right here.